Puerto de Mar salí, a Puerto de Mar salí.
During my quest to inadvertently watch every movie except for what's considered the classics, I've stumbled across a few great films that I'm surprised I don't hear people talking about. I feel that everybody naturally gravitates towards whatever is new or recommended, but rarely, if ever, do they explore it outside of a mainstream collection. Sure, there's an argument to be made that plenty of movies are mainstream because they're good, but when's the last time you saw a movie on Netflix and thought, man, how did that make it there? Probably pretty recently. By only browsing a pre-curated selection of movies, you lose the exploration of trying to find films that may have a message that's more profound to you, and I'd like to try changing that. For this 8-part series, I've taken on the role of creating my own catalog of directors and movies. My intent isn't to individually analyze a director or movie, but to hopefully reintroduce you to exploring for films while also providing my own catalog that you might be interested in browsing. With that out of the way, let's introduce the first director I looked at, Andrei Arsenovich Tarkovsky. Tarkovsky was a Soviet-Russian film director, screenwriter, and a film theorist. While he is considered a great and influential filmmaker, it's easy to see how his movies have fallen to the wayside over time. His films contain spiritual and metaphysical themes and are noted for their slow pacing, long takes, dreamlike visual imagery, and preoccupation with nature and memory. After watching 3 influential pieces of his, Stalker, The Mirror, and The Sacrifice, it's clear to see why this is. The stories themselves feel as if you're watching a wall of paint being slowly released onto canvas and drying to create the final image of the story, still open to interpretation. Each frame is crafted with the intent of quietly positioning man against his surroundings, and even more so, himself. Tarkovsky actually indirectly gives a compelling note on why he chooses this framing in an interview when asked what he'd like to tell a younger generation.
Шумных действий, порой даже агрессивных. Учиться с детства находиться одному. То есть это не значит, что быть одиноким. Это значит, что уметь не скучать самим собой, потому что человек, который скучает от одиночества, мне представляется человеком, находящимся в опасности с нравственной точки зрения. Bello, vieni, vieni. Che bello, mamma mia. Favoloso, eh? Bestiace.
While the stories he told were visually stunning and often fantastical, at their core they're stories about survival with oneself. A beautiful, verdant landscape here, a dreary, rust-filled sewer there, they're all simply backdrops for the character's introspection. So, while I must concede that his movies are indeed long and often convoluted by the multiple time jumps, swapping between colored and black and white film, each movie contains an interesting look at how film can use its storytelling power while also allowing the audience to still leave with questions. Regardless of the film, Tarkovsky always succeeded in making man mythical. If you're interested in watching some of these movies for yourself, his films Stalker, The Mirror, and Ivan's Childhood are all on YouTube, uploaded and digitally restored by the Moss Film Studio with English captions. This video was made possible by Andrei Tarkovsky and the people at Moss Film Studio. I'm Tyler Douglas. Thanks for watching.